Hello, everyone. Welcome to welcome to today's podcast. I guess is what I'm gonna call this. I don't really even know what this even is, bro. Um, but I guess the closest thing to it I can come up with is a podcast. Basically, it's just me yapping about random stuff, and seeing if anyone really cares. So today, I've been thinking about like different ideas as to what to talk about, and I want to kind of explain my thought process on this a bit. First of all, as somebody making this type of content for people to watch, the hard thing is like anybody can make whatever and just post it. But when it comes to stuff I want to post, I not only just want to yap, anybody can say the same stuff everyone else is saying, but I want to ultimately try to find a way to lift people up and resonate with people if that's at all possible. You know, a lot of the time, when we're going through videos on YouTube and somebody's just talking, we don't really even remember what they're saying. Like, we're just watching it because we have nothing better to do. Like, I have free time, but it's raining outside and I can't do anything. I can't walk or whatever. I'm just like bed rotting, listening to whatever. Although I have to say, lately after hearing some friends, how they got really conversationally good at Spanish by listening to music and podcasts and that type of stuff, just for an absolute ton of time. I tried it out. In fact, originally the thing that got me into comprehensible input was watching a video by a guy named Trenton. If you're in the language learning community, you probably know who Trenton is. He made this video called "Learning Japanese is Easy," actually. And that kind of started this whole rabbit hole, and I figured, well, if I'm going to take Spanish 3, my junior year, I might as well, you know, do it for Spanish. And I'm not fluent or by any stretch, nor am I really conversational, because most of the classroom instruction for Spanish or foreign languages in the U.S., it's mostly reading, and it kind of sucks because, it's not like I'm going to write. It's not like the only form of communication I have with people is like texting and stuff. Like, I'm going to have to talk at some point. So because of that, like, I can't really speak that well, which is why I'm not going to try here. But I can read. When it comes to reading Spanish, I can read full-on novels in Spanish and be perfectly fine, assuming it's not like Don Quixote or something really old like that. Wow, I'm already ranting. But to get back on track, the thing I was actually wanting to talk about today is this sort of trap that every content creator, specifically on YouTube, but other places as well, the sort of trap that everyone kind of falls into, and that's the trap of trying to sell something. Now, when I say that, I'm not just talking about, oh yeah, YouTube ads are horrible. Like, YouTube ads are horrible. Like, I'm not sitting down watching 90 plus seconds of ads every 5 minutes on YouTube TV. Or one case that's like notoriously bad for YouTube ads is, I'm trying to remember that. That Super Bowl performance by Snoop Dogg and Eminem and all those, a few years ago. I really hope it was a few years ago. Goodness, it's going to make me sound old. But if you go to that video, it's like an ad every 30 seconds, and it's a 7-minute video that has like 14 to 20 ads, and you literally watch more ad than video, and that's the type of thing that's so annoying about YouTube. But besides that, and besides the sponsors, the root of the problem isn't just that. even channels like this one, where there aren't ads, um, I mean, like, we're still selling something. We're selling our information and our opinions and our just general touch of humanity, in the hopes that you'll, click and that you'll listen to what we have to say, that you might comment, or that you'll just leave this on in the background as you're playing some game or doing some stupid brain rot type stuff. I don't really care. I don't know. I've never really been good at like yapping like this. I'm always like all over the place, so just bear with me. I'll get better at this eventually. But I think that's more of the problem. Because when we're focused on getting people to listen, getting people to click, instead of actually trying to communicate ideas, thoughts, opinions, that type of thing, what ends up happening is that instead of chasing that actual human connection, we end up, doing whatever is gonna get us the most recognition, the most money. And we've seen that constantly on YouTube, right? On YouTube started, like the first video ever posted on YouTube was a guy talking about his trip to the zoo. And there's something surreal about that, because he wasn't acting, he was just chilling there. It's just like, yeah, I'm doing this. Watch it if you want. No one else is on this platform anyways. Like, who cares? And YouTube was like that for a long time. People just made whatever they wanted. Some people liked certain things, and that got popular. Other people didn't like certain things, and they just kind of fell into these obscure niches. And then Minecraft YouTubers started to come out, and then everybody was becoming a Minecraft YouTuber. This is where we get some of our most iconic gamers on the YouTube scene ever. Captain Sparkles, Sunday, Dan2DM a little bit later. He originally did like a mod showcase for Pokemon, I think. And they are some of the legends of YouTube. And we can't forget about PewDiePie, although he did other games. The gaming setup was just getting really popular and everybody was watching it. And so, since that was popular, most channels ended up doing gaming of some sort. You'd have like a normal channel, and then a side channel would do gaming. That was really popular for a really long time. But the market got oversaturated, and if everybody was doing the same thing, small channels didn't have a chance. Like, small channels, you think small channels don't have a chance now? They had zero chance. Like 10 years ago. The people who are saying that YouTube was better 10 years ago are either ignorant or younger than me, or they just are glazing the heck out of 2016. I was going to say 2015, but it's 2026, bro. 10 years ago, I hate how my voice just like does that, like, kind of sound. It just, I hate that so much. But I'm recording and it's late and I don't want to disturb anybody. But 10 years ago on YouTube, that was like the peak era of clickbait. Like, that was the time just before the Viners, before Vine was shut down and everybody from Vine. And if you're not an unk like me, Vine was like the OG TikTok before TikTok became a thing. So all the people who got popular on Vine moved over to YouTube and implemented their Vine-style videos on YouTube. And that slowly led towards what we know now as the Mr. Beastification of YouTube, where everybody has like these fast cuts, fast edits, even for videos that don't really need them. per se. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I was going to talk about clickbait, and I ended up talking about the Mr. Beastification of YouTube. But clickbait was rampant like 10 years ago. And, you know, it, I mean, I'm just glad, like, genuinely, despite its problems, like, ads have definitely gotten worse on YouTube in the past 10 years. But in terms of the algorithm itself, I would say, assuming you have a soul when you're watching videos, and you don't just randomly click the, biggest channels, you're gonna find what you're looking for. And that's something you didn't really have with the old YouTube. I mean, like 10 years ago, not even 10 years ago, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, don't freaking say it. Like 7 years ago, when I was watching YouTube, I would almost exclusively watch like Brightside or the infographic show. And I would watch that for like hours. And they would have like these videos, and they would all be about basically the same thing. Just like different things. It was just completely random. And most of the time I already knew what they were going to talk about, what the points they were going to make. But it was just interesting. And back then, there wasn't this stupid AI nonsense. So the people who were writing this were actual people researching this stuff. And it was voiced by an actual person. It still is, as far as I'm aware. But that's all my YouTube feed would be. It was just like Brightside or the infographic show. But with everybody wanting to, I guess the point I'm trying to make with this is that when everybody started chasing that attention, that, being a YouTuber is actually like a job and I can make money off of this. That's when view counts being in the hundreds didn't matter. If I get 35 people to watch or to listen to me, like that is crazy, bro. I can hardly get 35 people to listen to me in real life. So to get 35 people to listen to me on their own free will is remarkable. Now, if you see a video that has like 1,000 views, it's like, oh, this is a small channel. Like 15 years ago, if you had 1,000 people watching your video, you'd made it. 10,000 and you were like one of the top, creators. I mean, IShowSpeed like streamed to like 3 people. He's not that old of an example, but IShowSpeed streamed to 3 people for years, bro. And now everybody knows who he is. I don't know, man. Moist Critical, just a chill guy, just gives his opinion on different things. It's just chill, I guess. He probably wasn't that big of a deal until like years and years into just doing the same thing over and over again. And I'm not saying to do the same thing over and over again, even if you don't see any results, unless it's something you genuinely want to do. Like if the thing you're doing sucks and you're not seeing any progress and you're only doing it because other people are like telling you to do it, I mean, if it's not gonna do you any good, and I'm not just saying like, oh, so and so said something bad to me, so I don't like my this or whatever. I mean, like, if the thing is genuinely like destroying your soul, don't stay with it, bro. Just find something else to do that's productive. I think that's probably the great distraction of our modern era, is that we're so, the old societal norm of, You don't just quit something. You finish what you started, that type of thing. I think it's sometimes it's necessary. But in a lot of cases, it's really horrible advice. Because why waste my time on something that I know I will never enjoy? Like, I'm not. I have to kind of think of an example for this. So just give me a sec. Um, Trying to think. Oh, okay. So I'm really big into like plants and stuff. I'm a gardener. So if somebody were to, if I were to start like if I were younger and I were to start, not knowing what I know now, working for like a plant chemical company, making these chemicals that you can put on plants and stuff. I'd probably lose my mind if I knew what I know now. Like, I'm not saying it's evil or anything, but there are some chemicals that are just, probably shouldn't be used, or at least should be used a lot more sparingly than they currently are. But I'd be miserable doing that. But I started when I was naive and didn't know any better. So, I gotta finish it. I gotta make the 20-year career out of this. Like, my life is too short. Life is too short to do something that genuinely eats away at your soul. Find something that you can do that can do some good in this world. And not like for yourself, not good for yourself, but good for the general whole of humanity. And figure out a way to do that. Like the blue system. Some random guy on the internet just had this idea for a website where all of the world's information of how to do stuff in detail by experts for the general populace with, only relevant ads that aren't intrusive could be made. Like WikiHow or Wikipedia, but like really in depth. That's probably one of the best ideas I've heard in like a long time. And, he's not trying to, make tons of money off of it. He's not trying to, get fame or notoriety from it. He just genuinely wants the idea to happen. And I guarantee you, if you do something like that, if you want to do anything at all, like you don't have to do anything that, crazy, it's going to matter infinitely more than, did this video hit the demographics I want? Is this certain niche, good enough? I don't know. I'm just ranting. I'm just ranting. I don't even know what else to say, bro. I mean, it kind of sucks to get a job now. But, I don't know, should I make this different? No, I'll just keep going. It kind of sucks to get a job now, especially like your first job. Because, people who are older will say, everyone's hiring. Look at this position, look at that position. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could work at like McDonald's or something. Or, Zaxby's has a help wanted sign in the window. Then you go to their websites and you apply, or you actually show up in person and ask for an application. And then you get absolutely zero response. Like they don't even bother like calling back to you. Or saying, hey, no. Like I can take a no like that. Like if you don't want me to be on your crew, like just say it. But just, ghosting me. At least let me know that you don't want me to work for your company. And there's like all these ghost positions. That's really like screwed up because a lot of people get this wrong notion that, it says now hiring, time to apply for jobs, and then like every broke high school and college student out in the world is applying for these jobs doing menial stuff for like bare bones wages. Um, then none of them can end up getting jobs. It's genuinely so like nerve-wracking that like it about drove me nuts. Because the advice that worked 100 years ago, oh, start at a company, uh, work there your whole life, move up the corporate ladder, and have Social Security and your pension. I guess Social Security wasn't really a thing yet 100 years ago, but you know what I mean. Like have your retirement pension and your savings and save your pennies. That might have worked sometime. The problem is, like, what retirement pension and what savings. Oh, and some people work at a company for 10 years and don't get a raise. Yeah, how's that advice supposed to work today? I mean, I don't know. Something's gotta change. I just don't know what that's gonna be. But I don't want to be too downcast in this podcast. I want to try to give people some hope if I can, because there's already too much negativity. Negativity. Oh my goodness, there's already too much negativity on YouTube, and you you know how come whenever you're in like a bad mood for like a couple weeks, and you start like trying to find stuff that will improve your mood and like that type of thing on YouTube, or content that will make you try to be happy, how come it only like recommends the most depressing stuff in the entire world? Like thanks YouTube, I feel worse. It it genuinely doesn't help. Um my goodness, before I record this video, this sort of rant of sorts, I really tried to, you know, hone in and, ensure that I wouldn't get too carried away and that I wouldn't complain. Because anybody can complain. So I think I've probably already said that here. But here I am, breaking my own rules. So I guess I'll try to change the topic, move on to something um, a little different. Um, you know, I don't know about anyone else. Like walking in the rain. Like I like going for walks, but like walking in the rain, assuming you have an umbrella or something, it's just genuinely better than walking like when it's sunny. Like walking in the rain, you have like the raindrops hitting the umbrella, just that sound is just nice. And like, the sun's not blazing down at you, and like it's decently cool. The air is. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm not. But it's getting kind of late, so I'll start wrapping things up. I will try to make more audiobooks for the Bible. Those just happen to take me a really long time to make. So hopefully, if anyone from wherever is watching this and wants me to upload more audio Bible content, I can do my best to do that. I know a lot of people from Static Electricity, who his channel used to be called The Keeper of Life. I know a lot of people from his channel are probably the people who are most likely to know about my content. So I just wanted to call y'all out. And yeah, if this video gets 500, if this channel gets 500 subscribers, I don't know, I'll try to eat a mattress or something. But I'll see y'all whenever I feel like posting next. Have a great night.